Hi friends, today we'll start with the introduction to the renewable energy and its types, which is the first chapter for the renewable energy and energy storage. Let's begin with it. Contains definition of energy, different types of energy, classification of energy sources. In that one, in detail, we will see what is the renewable energy, okay, and what are the types are available. Then we will go for the energy chain. Okay, let's begin with the definition of energy. It is the ability to do work. It's a simple definition, or we can say it is the capability to produce motion, force, work, change in shape, change in form, etc. Any work, it should be done, some energy is required. If he wants to simply move one object from one place to another place, then if you using our energy, then physical energy is required to do that work. So it's the ability to do work. So work should be done, then only the work should be done. So energy word is taken from the Greek. So it's a combination of the two words, that is ion and ergon. Ion means in and ergon means work in Greek. So both together it's in work. So energy, the word itself is saying that it is in work, so some work should be done. So there's a one more famous law is related to this energy, that is the law of conservation of energy. That is what? That is the energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can be changed from one form to another form. From this law, we can understand that energy is neither be created, means it is not going to be created. We can't create it and not be destroyed. So what we are doing, we are only can transfer from one thing to the another thing, means one energy form to the another energy form. So in this way, whatever the naturally some energy sources are available, we can transform to the another form which we are utilizing it. So we'll see the next one, that is a different forms of energy. So in different forms of energy, what are the different forms are available? So different forms are available are the potential energy. If you're storing up water in some height, the potential energy it have. Kinetic energy. If same water started flowing in a pipe or something, then it happens what happens? The kinetic energy it have. Solar energy. The energy obtained from the sun is solar energy. Heat energy, light energy, chemical energy, sound energy, wind energy. So many energies are there, like chemical energy is there, nuclear energy is there. But I have written some, I have written very less amount of energy here. So you can see something is, yeah, you are getting the different forms. These are the different forms of energy. So what is the classification of energy sources? So in the classification of energy sources, we have again the four based on the four things it is classified. So based on the traditional use, based on the long-term availability, based on usability, and based on the commercial application. So in the based on the traditional use, it is classified in a conventional and non-conventional type. Again, in a based on the long-term availability, it is classified in a renewable and non-renewable sources of energy. So based on usability, the primary, intermediate, and the secondary it is classified. Based on the commercial application, which is classified as a commercial and non-commercial energy. So we'll see in a detail on what is this whole types. So based on the traditional use, which is we are using the olden time, that energy we are saying as a conversion. So we'll see the definition. So conventional energy source, the energy source which is obtained from the fixed reserves in nature, like oil, gas, and coal, this which we are getting from the nature, like oil, gas, and coal, which we are taking from the olden days, that are known as the conventional, the traditional used energies. Non-conventional, which is the renewable sources of energy, like solar energy, bioenergy, tide energy, and the wind energy, which we are using after 70s or 60s. We are started using in a commercial market also. So it is not a old one; it is a new one. So this all is known as a renewable sources of energy also. So that is also known as the conventional sources of and a non-conventional source of energy also. So that is the based on the traditional use. Now we'll see next one based on the long term availability. So in a long term means this energy is available on the basis of the means a term, long term means how much years it is available. So renewable source then energy obtained from the source that do not deplete or can be replenished within the human lifetime, means it is not going to end, means that energy is not going to end within the human lifespan. So that type of energy is known as the renewable sources of energy, like solar energy. Sun will be there always throughout the one lifespan of a human being, more than the lifespan of the human being also. So that type of energy is known as the renewable sources of energy. Non renewable sources of energy, the energy obtained from the conventional fuels, which are exhaustible today or tomorrow within the time. Yes, we all know that coal can be exhausted by the 200 years. Oil and gas might be within a 65 years as per the estimation. So it is going to end. So we can't use further. So that kind of energies where which the natural sources or energies we can going to be end is the non-renewable sources of energy. Again in a depth because the we are this whole is the introduction to the renewable sources. So we'll see in a depth what is the renewable examples and this difference also. So renewable energy, we have a solar, wind, tide, geothermal and biomass. Solar means solar, the energy obtained from the sun is known as a solar energy. Energy obtained from the wind is a wind energy. Energy obtained from the tide or the waves of the ocean. So that is the tidal energy. Geothermal energy. So geo and thermal means energy, the thermal energy obtained from the earth, means the heat we can get directly in some places in the form of hot springs, that we are using it for the generation of electricity or some other purpose, that is known as a geothermal energy. Biomass, the animal waste or the human waste, we are decomposing it, again we are using it, that is the biomass. So this all comes in a renewable type. Non-renewable type is the old one. We have a coal, petroleum, natural gas, or the nuclear energy. This all is going to be end. So it can't be renewed. It can't be reused. So it can't be means once it is used, it is gone. We can't make it again. So that is known as a renewable sources of energy actually. So the coal, once it is burnt, you can't do it. You can't make it again coal. So from that dust, it's not possible. So it is the renewable sources of energy. Now we'll see the difference between the renewable and the non-renewable sources. So renewable is also known as the non-conventional sources, and non-renewable is also known as the conventional sources of energy. So if we know in conventional means it is non-renewable. If we know that non-conventional, it is the renewable. So from that one, conventional sources which we are already established actually, and the renewable which we are establishing very fastly nowadays. So previously it was commercially weak. Now we are starting it very fastly. Even it have a so many limitations also. Plant size, definitely till now the conventional plant size is very high, but we have started making like solar ultra mega projects like that way we have, but even then also compared to the conventional it is very small only. Maintain the plant size, so it is suitable, not sufficient, and energy density of the source high or the low. Pollution problems, yes, definitely the conventional type the pollution problems are more. because it will create a more pollution or more greenhouse effects. So that's the problems are there. Renewable, why we are going, because there's no pollution only and less pollution compared to the conventional one or non-renewable one. Energy resource, it is limited in a conversion. Yes, coal is limited, natural gases are limited. Renewable type, definitely it can be reused from like solar or wind. Storage, it is very easy in the conventional type. Non-conventional, it is like non-economical. Um, cost generation, cost of generation of the conventional is very low compared to the renewable sources. It is high based on the commercial application. Now, based on the commercial application, how it is classified, whatever the energy is available in a market for a definite price is known as a commercial energy, like electricity, coal, refined petroleum products, or the natural gas, which we can purchase with by giving money, and it is available in a commercial market. That is the commercial energy. So energies are like electrical energy, coal, refined petroleum products, or the natural energies are the commercial energy. Non-commercial energy, any kind of energy which is sourced within a community and its surrounding area, which is not normally traded in a commercial market, is termed as a non-commercial energy. Like it is not traded, means it is not given in a purchase for the commercial market, like animal power for the transport, firewood, cattle dung, agro waste in the rural area, solar power for the water heating, electricity generation, drying grain and fish and dry foods, etc. So that all which is not available in a commercial market in the form of that energy, that is the non-commercial energies. So simply which is available in the market, and you can purchase it very easily. That is a commercial forms of energy. And if it is not available in the market and you can't purchase it, that is the non-commercial forms of energy. So on the base of commercial application, again you can differentiate this to all types of energies. Now based on the usability. So based on the usability, primary energy, intermediate energy, and the secondary energy. So whatever the energy forms are available in the nature in a raw form, that these are explored, located, and extracted and processed and converted to the intermediate forms. Means whatever it is available in the natural form, that is known as a primary energy. The basic form we can say it is a primary energy. Intermediate forms is what when the primary energy forms are converted to the intermediate stage by the process or the further process or the further transportation of energy. So that is the intermediate state. And the secondary stage, which is usually converted in for the industrial utilities. So that is like electricity or the steam, which we can use it. That for our purpose or the for the industry purpose, we are doing it. So primary stage, when it is primary energy, we are converting to the intermediate stage, intermediate to the secondary stage. This the last form is the secondary energy is usually will be electrical energy because we are using it. So this is related to these three things are related to the energy chain. So we'll see that one also. So what is the energy chain or energy route? A sequence of such energy transformation form an energy chain. Means when you are converting the primary source or primary energy source to the intermediate and to intermediate to the secondary stage. So if we take a best, it is better to understand with the example. If it is a coal powered thermal power plant, the primary energy source, what is that? We have a coal is having a chemical energy. So that chemical energy, what we are doing? We are doing means if we have a boiler. In boiler, what we have a water. So that water get heat. When the coal is burnt, what happens? The water get heated. That heat, when it is getting heated and we are getting the steam. Yes, that steam, the heat energy that that is passes through the Turbine. Turbine converts to the mechanical energy. And again, turbine is connected to the alternator. So alternator will convert mechanical to the electrical energy. So in this coal power thermal power plant, what is happening? The primary energy source is a chemical energy in a coal. Intermediate, what is that? We have a heat energy and the mechanical energy. And the last one, what we are using it, what we are doing the transmissions and the distribution, that is the electrical energy. So the secondary energy is always be utility related. Utility means what we are going to use it. So we can take any kind of example for this one and we can find out what is the primary source, what is the secondary, means a secondary source in that one, intermediate stage. Somewhere we will get a intermediate stage, somewhere will not. It's like solar PV system. If we talk about the solar photovoltaic system, so we have only the whatever energy we are getting from the sun, we are directly converted to the electrical energy for the utility. So there's a primary source is solar and the secondary is the we have electrical. If we talk about wind power plant, wind-based power plants, like what happens, the wind, the kinetic energy of the wind is converted to the mechanical energy in the turbines, and that turbines is connected to the alternators. So alternator again, it is converting to the electrical energy. So in that case, the primary source is the wind energy, or we can say kinetic energy of the wind, and the secondary source means intermediate source will be the mechanical energy, and the secondary source or the secondary energy will be the electrical energy. Most probably we can see everywhere we are getting the electrical energy in a secondary energy because we require the which energy which can be used outside. So that is the most important thing, that secondary energy is always be utility related. So that is why it is based on the, we have done the differentiation on the based of usability. So the last one is always be utility related only. So in that way that we have electricity or the steam only as a utility related. So we have seen the energy chain, energy route. So that's all for this one, for the introduction of renewable energy sources. Thank you.